I actually woke up at 5:30 because it started to mist quite a bit. It wasn't real rain, but it was pretty wet. So I wasn't sure if I was gonna have to put the tarp up, but it was 5:30, so I was like, I'll just get up. But then I fell back asleep. A little bit of a restless night, only because the wind was so loud. These really interesting gusts of wind were happening above me. I did pick a good spot for the camp because the wind wasn't bad, on my bed, on the camp, but it was somewhere above me and kind of swirling through this basin. It was really cool to listen to. I should have gotten a video of it. It may still happen. You might be able to hear the wind now, but it was so loud when one of those gusts happened that it woke me up, that it would wake me up. So I did wake up a few times that way, but otherwise, pretty good night. So here was camp, and it ended up being a pretty good one. I don't know if you can hear the wind, but it's still pretty windy over there. Didn't get to see the sunrise though because of the clouds. Nice little hanger for my pack there on the tree, and I do bring two pairs of socks. One of the few things I bring two of. So I already have my new ones on. My mountaineering socks were perfect for sleeping. I actually was really warm. I had all my layers on, but really the quilt worked out really well, and wasn't cold at all, despite the wind. So let's see what's going on at the tarn. Good morning. It got misty and dewy, not even a sprinkle last night, so my quilt got wet a little bit, but it dries really quickly too, and still kept me warm. So it didn't quite rain. I was I was ready to get up and put the tarp up, but I didn't have to, luckily, so I could go back to sleep. All right, let's break camp, eat, and get going. So I usually wake up about 6 or 6:30 most trip days, and then because I'm often cowboy camping, or even with the tarp, it's really quick to break camp and get going. So that's what I usually do. Because most days are pretty long. Like I mentioned before, I'm hiking all day, 8 to 12 hours. So I get going fast, and I eat on the trail, or I have breakfast kind of somewhere after I've started, and just kind of get to it. And with the cowboy camping, or without a tent, and just with the tarp, it's pretty fast to get going, break camp, and just get up and running, especially because as ultralight, you don't have a lot, right, to put together. But for this trip, it's a shorter trip. As you know, I started at like 2 p.m. yesterday, so I'm not really rushed. So I'm going to take my time and enjoy this basin, especially because I'm by myself, and take it slow this morning. So looks like some early morning packers down there coming up. I wonder if it's maybe that mountaineering crew. It's coming up early, so they must be coming from the lower lake. It's too early to get up here from the trailhead. Yeah, this basin is quite something in the morning. Okay, camp is broken and we're done here. I am keeping my chair intact. I'm going to go down by the water and eat a little bit, use the stove. I do have a simple ultralight titanium stove I'll show you that I use sometimes. All right, see you down in the water. So this is my little stove system. Pretty simple. It's an alcohol stove, denatured alcohol that I have in the bottle there. It's Vargo is the company. They're a great small company, again, cottage industry for this kind of thing. Titanium stuff. There's a windshield there, windscreen, and you just fill up the stove, which sometimes people make out of cat food cans or soda cans and things. You can make them. It's really simple concept. Self primes once you light it on fire and the alcohol starts burning. It'll self prime itself because of the inner reservoir there, and then it just starts up. So I'll show you after it gets going, and I'm just going to boil some water for some coffee. It's still not really raining, but it's getting a little misty. So there's a lot of dampness and kind of a light sprinkling happening right now. If you can kind of see that. I have my pita and peanut butter breakfast. Waiting for the water to boil. It's I think it's happening. You can hear the bubbles. Hear the bubbles now. And the wind's picking up. There's that group over there. They went into the sort of caldera over there for some reason. I think they have rope, but I think it's a youth group maybe in there. Maybe they were doing a little bit of climbing, but you can kind of see them on that ridge. Pretty cool sight. No place to go beyond that. I think I'll go head over there to see what's over that ridge. See what they were doing. I'm leaving this tarn And here's the morning. The sun came through a little bit, a couple times, but it's still trying. Here's this open field here. And then here's all the rock debris, and there's a trail over there that I'm going to try to find my way to. I don't see the exact route, but I'm going to do some exploring over there on that ridge where those people went. So wish me luck. So kind of cross the trail that way. Over Ridge 1, just a debris field. A few little tarns. So I'll head to that ridge and see what's over there. Okay, over a couple more ridges, and I think this is basically it. You can see the sort of basin here, caldera, whatever, and all the slides and stuff. So watching the camera, watching my feet, coming around to the final ridge. It's like another tarn here. Still a lot of snow. Look at all that runoff. Look at some of the rocks over here on this ridge. I'm definitely not going to go up there, but it's pretty cool. That's some pure water. Definitely worth coming up here for. Nothing out here though. Glad I did it though. Wind's picking up, still a little bit rainy, but I'm still in shorts. It's actually kind of warm. Oh, look at the ridges over here. So I'm gonna head back, but I'm glad I came and did a little exploring over here. Some snow still melting. In mid and late season, I don't typically walk across snowdrifts like this if I can help it, especially solo hiking, which I mostly do, backpacking. I don't want to post hole. It's melting off, so you really don't know how shallow it is and what's underneath, so it could be dangerous. So I just kind of avoid it, even though sometimes it'll be faster. But check out this boulder. That is, you can tell by the flowers there, the scale is quite large. But on my way back, I actually came a different way, and there's an actual trail over there, so I didn't come this way. So I'll have to, maybe that'll actually make it easier on the way back. Well, not much of a trail actually. I think people kind of go down there, sort of. But it's times like these that I stop and kind of plan a route out, because there really isn't this is basically off trail at this point. So a couple extra minutes to think of the best way and look around can pay off. Again, especially because, you know, I'm by myself most of the time, so I don't want to fall off if I can avoid it. So we'll see, and I'm definitely not going to glassite down next time. I actually came up a different way and then ended up on the other side of the tarn, so a little off track. I guess I could go around, but I think I'm going to make my way back that way. Well, I found the previous trail, such as it is. You still have to cross this rock field here, which is not a trail, and pretty precarious, but short. I think if I'm going to keep doing these, I need to get a GoPro or something, because I want to show you crossing this, but there's no way I can film on my phone while doing that, so I'll see you on the other side. Okay, made it over that, back to this field here, and the trail is right over there if you can see it, so I think we're gonna head back down. See See you along the way. Amazing seeing this meadow in the morning the next day. That's where we came from, of course. And yeah, it's a bit of a precarious trail down there I'm not looking forward to, so we'll see. See you down there. I'll leave you with this. Also, you can see there's some people coming up. So yeah, remember this part of the trail from yesterday. It's a short section, but you know, a slip is not going to be fun. I thought about going down the other side, but that's equally probably challenging to get to. So I'm just going to take it slow, use my poles. But yeah, there's a lot of trails like this in the park that aren't perfect, so you definitely got to be careful. We'll see if I make it. Yeah, we made it. One slow step at a time, making sure, you know, had good footing before taking the next step. The Speed Goat's traction's really good, so that helped a lot. But yep, onward. And a nice early morning cool off for the feet again. On our way back down to the lower basin, the mosquitoes are kicking back up again as it's getting closer to the lake and warming up. Some, they're not too bad, but definitely gonna have to put on the head net and things. But yeah, working our way through the forest right now. Made it back to the big basalt formation, and had to go across that regular old log. But this cascade is really beautiful. So basically back in the basin now, so I'll head to the lake. There is a trail that heads over that direction from the meadows here to a couple small waterfalls, which are also well, they're actually medium sized. Another point of interest for people. Not as big as that one that I saw up further. But I went through those last time, so and there's not really much of a trail, so I'm not gonna do this time. Here's that great meadow, and the ranger station's over there. Ranger platform. Lake is this way. So mosquitoes are bad again though. So I think I'm just gonna move on, to be honest. They're really rough. lake coming in from the other side. And this time I'm gonna actually go around the other side of the lake and exit that way, if I can. I had to stop and put a bunch of bug repellent on, but seems to be working okay. I wanted to stop here and show, it's a little bit of a green lake, but you can see here, pretty clear up close, so it's kind of nice. There's a lot of algae though, but swimmable, which I'm not going to do today, mainly because of the mosquitoes, but another time. It's actually quite warm here right now, so I'm back down to the basics and no layers. So I'm gonna head around here, and as popular and famous as this place is, and the permits are always full, all the campsites seem to be empty up here now that I'm back, so I don't know, I don't see anybody. That was the case last time I came too. Said that they were full and there was only one other group here, so a lot of times people cancel, I think especially because of the weather, but it was just clouds and some mist and a little bit of precipitation, but it's all burning off now, as you can see. So I just heard waterfall on the other side, and that's that cascade I was talking about. That is, oh hello. Who are you? Don't eat that flower. It's actually bigger than I remember, and now I regret not going over there. I might actually head back to see if I can find it. I don't know if you can see it over there, but it's quite impressive. Yeah, we'll see. Okay, I decided to come back. I turned around once I got to around the lake and backtracked, and I'm back in the meadow, and I'm gonna go check out that waterfall. All right, here we go. Okay, even though, hopefully you can hear me, even though the trail to the waterfall is actually a little less maintained. It's not off trail, but it's a little bit more rustic. There's a lookout rock I'm standing on, and it was totally worth it to backtrack. So, check that out. Now that's a cascade. See the peaks as well. Yeah, because this trip is shorter mileage each day, I have a lot more time to do things like turn around and explore, because I don't have to be someplace, you know, in 8 or 12 hours, so I don't have to hoof it. So it's kind of nice. I can leisurely take my time and leisurely explore. So I'm glad I came back, because this is a way more flow than last time I was here. See, this gives you a good idea of a lot of the trail leading to the Cascade Waterfall. You do go by the ranger station, so that's the direction to go if you come up, and it will lead to the trail. But there is a trail, it's just not much of one, so look out for it. But it is pretty obvious, and there is a log for the water crossing. See, this is coming from the waterfall trail, and if I hadn't come over here, I wouldn't have seen this particular view of the basin and the valley coming around the corner. There's the trail, but it's just a good reminder to you know, do some of the side trails if they are official and sanctioned and durable, because you'll see some other stuff that you wouldn't normally see. And here's the small water crossing to get to the waterfall. So it's better than that other one. No railings, but easy enough. You know, as popular and famous as this place is, although not right now, there's no, I haven't seen a privy, at least a sign. I didn't see one last time either, so there may not be a privy here, so be prepared coming up for that. Olympic in general is pretty nice about that though. Most of the popular sites have bathroom, you know, outhouses, privies, free to use. So it's better for the wilderness, of course, to have that, but be, you know, poop responsibly otherwise at a place like this for sure. So I wasn't sure if I was going to eat lunch at the lake or not. I had planned on it, but I was a little worried about the mosquitoes, but they're not too bad right now. So I'm back at the lake and I'm priming my stove and I'm going to make some ramen. So yeah, it'll be a nice little lunch. Check out the mist though. It's a great spot for some soup. Okay, done with lunch. Heading out, folks. See you at the bottom. Nope, it looks like I was wrong. There is a privy. I just didn't find it. So, and this sign says you can hang your food, but I'm not positive on that. Anyway, say goodbye. Royal Basin. Look at that settling mist. We're gonna go into that. Can't wait. Came out of a bit of the forest and on our way back down still, but it's nice vegetation on the side of the mountain. Heading back up, but it's a nice view I wanted to share. Sprinkling a little bit, but it's really just moisture from the mist. I'm getting there. Trails across these washouts are common in the park, as they are in many parks. It's always nice to kind of come out of the forest and see them. Always a little bit precarious down there, but trails are pretty well maintained. Wow, look at these flowers. I might have filmed this on the way up, but we got lucky for this time of year to see these. So nice. Okay, we're almost back down to the river valley. So we'll take a break at the junction. See you soon. Okay, I'm at the junction. Just took a break, rest my feet, a little snack. And as you may remember, I was going to be going across that bridge toward Heather Creek Trail to do another day and night, just kind of as a bonus because I was here and it was there. It's not technically in the park. I think it's Buckhorn Wilderness, and I was just going to do it just to see what was up there, but I'm gonna not do that. I got to listen to my feet. As you know, this was the first big trip since my injury last year, so I wanted to see how it was going to go. I did achieve my goal for the trip though, of going all the way up to Upper Royal, and basically doing everything there for the video. So I did that, and I think my feet need to rest. Plus, I have a 10-mile hike a day after tomorrow with my wife. We're going to do the Dungeness Lighthouse, Dungeness Spit trail, which is I think 10 miles, five out, 5 back. So yeah, I need a day of rest tomorrow. So I'm gonna head to the trailhead. I'm gonna head out. Thanks for coming on this journey. I'll see you at the trailhead at the parking lot. Okay, folks, back of the car, back of the trailhead. Thanks for coming with me on this journey. This is the first one of these. Can't believe that I didn't think of doing this the first time I did all these trails, but it's an awesome park. I really would have done them all again anyway, so I don't mind doing them again and recording it, and hopefully, you know, over the course of time, I will have done, you know, backpacked every trail in Olympic National Park. So if you want to keep watching and see that journey, then yeah, come along for the ride. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, folks. Bye.